Hey everybody, this is Jerome from Faded Instruments again. I want to show you one of our newest modules. This is the FlipTwistPushTouch, and it is a 3U passive module. We've actually got 4 different passive tools. These are some of the favorites from our 1U line of passive tools. And up at the top, we've got the flip, which is kind of like the Switchertine essentially. Down here, we've got the twist, which is like the Attenulos. Here we've got the push, which is, actually we don't have a module like this in the 1U line. It's a momentary on and off button. And at the bottom here, at the very bottom, we have the touch, which is kind of like the Jangler. So just to describe everything really quickly, and I'll put more information on the web and links to other videos. At the top in the flip section, we've got, it's passive, so it kind of doesn't matter what's a input and output, but let's say you can have an input at the top with 2 outputs at the bottom, or you can have 2 inputs at the bottom, 1 output at the top, and you've got a switch, a 3-pole switch to control where you're going to send signals. So all the way to the left, it connects these 2. All the way to the right, it connects these 2. And in the center, it mutes it. So this is great for kind of manual panning, switching things on and off, kind of hard switches between effects chains and things like this. Really useful. Check out the Switchertine video to find out more. Down here we have, the twist, which is kind of like Attenulos. All it is a passive attenuator. It's logarithmic. It feels nice. As I mentioned in other videos, I love these kind of knobs because you can really twist it with one flick of your fingers. You can go from minimum to maximum value. So you have a lot of control. Again, passive, doesn't matter which is an input and output. Here you've got the push, which we don't have a module for. All it is a momentary switch. And as it's passive, it doesn't matter. You can either have 1 input, 2 outputs, or 2 inputs, 1 output. And the momentary switch, the way it works is that this top is always connected to this bottom right one until you flip the switch. Once you push the switch, it disconnects that connection, so it mutes it. It's the opposite with the left one, where this is usually muted except for when you push the button. It's pretty hard to tell in the video. It makes a really nice sound. It feels really nice. This is a great button. I'm very pleased with this button, let me tell you. It's really fun for performing. This kind of similar to the Switchertine, but momentary, so it's a little bit more expressive. You can use both at the same time, so you can connect 2 different inputs and kind of switch between them if you want, or you can kind of send it to do 2 different effect chains. It's actually really cool. The very bottom one is the touch, which is kind of like the Jangler, and all this is 2 touch plates. You can send anything into these 2 and then kind of make the connection with your body. So it uses the natural resistance of the human body, your flesh, the humidity, all these things to just make the connection. It does have some signal loss, but it's really cool. If you plug in an input and output here, generally it's disconnected until your finger goes down. It actually doesn't matter. It'll go all the way through your body, so you can use 2 different hands to connect the 2. And yeah, if you just touch it lightly, it'll only let a tiny bit of signal through. The harder you press, the more signal. So it's kind of an on and off switch, but then it's also a kind of like touch attenuator. So you can control, it becomes very expressive. Actually, if you have multiples of these, you can connect them kind of like the Jangler. If you have a Jangler as well, you can connect it to the Jangler. It's just turning your body into a cable. It's really fun. Yeah, anyways, that is the FlipTwistPushTouch. Very useful tools. It's already available on our website. And yeah, you can kind of combine these all together to create really interesting routings. I like to use it a lot. I find these to be some of the most useful tools from our 1U series. So anyways, here it is in 3U. A lot of people ask for it, so here it is in 3U. It's quite beautiful, blue, shiny. Everything feels really nice. It is homemade by me. And yeah, that's it. That's the FlipTwistPushTouch. Check out the videos for the individual products that it's based on to find out more about each one. Thanks so much. That's Faded Instruments.